Let's just start off and say that I've had this idea for quite a long time. Now, this is my first Gacha rant, so if it's not perfect, then I apologize. But today, I'll be talking about a certain Gacha tuber named Gacha Disney. Now, in this Gacha rant, I'm going to talk about perspectives. And my first perspectives when I saw her channel was that, oh, wow, she makes very trendy and popular content. But when I dug deeper, I saw the GLOR, the inappropriateness, and the sexuality she added into her content. And that is not acceptable in the Gacha community, especially when our Gacha community has just evolved and the Gacha community's age groups are from 19 to around 17. So if we view this type of content, we'll be influenced in a negative way. She's made popular trends such as Encanto and Turning Red. Now, let's start off with the morals of those movies. Well, the moral of Turning Red is about being yourself, and you don't always have to be perfect. You just have to be yourself, and that is better, as Mei Mei tried to figure her perfectness in her mother. And Encanto is about that you are perfect the way you are. You don't need a gift to be a part of the family, and how Maribel was sort of a disgrace to the family, and her grandmother wasn't very nice to her. Yet, we view in the Gacha community is far-fetched AUs, and we call them AUs, but they're not really AUs. They're more just something you made up, and therefore they aren't really in the story. So, starting off with, for an example, Encanto. She made multiple videos about it for a very long time, and one was about immortal Camila. And a lot of people make immortal stuff, but what's the point of it when they're not actually immortal? And there was also another one about Jeff Note, and I don't really know why, but she decided to make Dolores and Isabella wear clothes that are not in the movie. And that's another AU flaw. Like, why? Why does she wear something else not traditional to their cultural movie? And I also did another one. I actually viewed this one, and this intrigued me because this was zombie invasion. And I'm not sure about you, but I had no impression that there was a zombie in the movie at all. Covering up AUs, I'm going to move on to sexuality, inappropriateness, and GLOR. Now, let's start off with some examples. In Turning Red, this video was quite inappropriate. There's this trend about whoever makes me a dress, I'll marry. And basically, Tyler and Devin, they're chatting out together. Tyler says that he'll give him $50 if Devin goes up to May and her friends and says, whoever makes me a red dress, I'll marry. And basically, the next days, the girls come up with sexy dresses, which are not a part in the movie. Also, this is the sexualism. She defined their female features, giving them personalities that are not in the movie. And I know in the movie they simp for Devin, and yeah, he's emo, in my opinion. But doesn't mean they're literally gonna go up to him and go to like, oh, sweet Devin, marry him. Like, that's just wrong. Now, starting with GLOR. GLOR is something that should not even be in the Gacha community, but it still is. As I've said, in the zombie invasion, there was GLOR in the thumbnail. And when I watched the video, there was a trigger warning at the start, which is something that I approve of. Yet, we are going to see the thumbnail before the video. Like, imagine you're on a YouTube page and you see that video and you see that thumbnail. What are you going to see first, the thumbnail or the video? Of course the thumbnail. The thumbnail is what attracts the video. And if you're going to put something in a video and about warning about GLOR, but the thumbnail already has GLOR, there's really no point in putting a trigger warning in the first place. And you shouldn't have put GLOR in the first place as well. So that is another flaw that I think she needs to fix. In brief, this is not judgment. It's or hate. It's more of trying to educate the Gacha community, because my first impression of the Gacha community, like 2 years ago was that it was a very heated and inappropriate community, because what I've seen in the Gacha community was Gacha heat and inappropriateness and sexualism. But when I dug further, I knew that the Gacha community wasn't that bad. There was only these people who are ruining it for everyone else. So please don't be selfish just by thinking about Gacha heat, because that's not good for anything. It doesn't help anyone or anything. And by making it, your influences are very big over a lot of people that watch you, such as you having 57,000K views. They are all influenced by you, and you're also ruining the movies. Like, that's not the purpose of the movie, just by like sexualizing and making inappropriate and GLOR and all that stuff into a movie that is PG and for children, and it will give the wrong impression for the Gacha community. Also, we want to stop hate, and I saw in your video there was some trying to educate, some were a bit of hate, and no one really likes hate, and I think it's clear of that. So this, I say again, is not hate or judgment. It's trying to help you and your content, and I'm pretty sure you are a nice person in real life. I'm sure everyone is, but the content that I'm making is giving a wrong impression to them. So I hope you like this Gacha rant. I hope that this Gacha rant helped, and signing off.